Let's see if we can fix with you.
Leo, it's time to meet me in the game room.
Hey guys, welcome down to the bench. Today our little project is another resto, and this one is kind of cool. What we have today, get that up nice and close, that is a 1968 Hot Wheels Twinmill Corvette. Am I holding it the right way? See if I hold it just the right way here, you can read all that info on there for yourself. You can see that this has been stripped down, all its parts and pieces. And look, at inside of there is the original orange that the thing was painted. And you also see some red. You might even see some black. There was black on there too. This thing was disgusting, because when I was a kid, for some reason I like to paint a lot of my toys. So once I played with this, actually this was my brother's, because this was 1968, so this was my brother's toy, and he either gave it to me or it got lost at the house and I found it. Either way, then it was mine, and I loved this thing. This thing was so cool. So I took it apart. Here's the actual twin mill, the engines, and the rear axle, and the front axle. And these are actual red line wheels, but the red lines are long gone. This was a very, very played with toy. And right here is the little interior and windshield, little cockpit. It's very cool. I never knew inside. Look at all the detail inside of that thing. You can't really see it when it's together. I suppose if you shine a light in there you'll see things, but very cool. So I'm trying to clean the scratches out of that. I got some orange, so I'm going to bring it back to its original orange color, and I'm going to try to freehand on the details and see how that goes. I've got a few, I see, different cans of chrome, because chrome never looks like chrome, it looks like silver spray, and it just doesn't look good. So how do you fix the chrome on plastic? When the old toy is chromed plastic and it wears off and is gone, how do you replace that and not have it look like silver spray paint? You just see silver spray paint or silver testers model paint from on there from 35 years ago. And probably, this is an example, this little pickup truck is a 1977 Hot Wheels. I think they called this Eagle Bay or something. It was blue. You can see a little bit of blue up in there, up in the wheel wells, and it had a big eagle on the side. And yeah, look at that silver. That's probably the same silver out of the same bottle of testers that's on the bottom or on that engine. Look how thick that paint went on there. Gross. You know, why did I do that? I don't know. Look at this one. This is Earl. That's a police cruiser, blue lights. Now this is a Pontiac Bonneville, is what they made this out of, and it was gold a lot, but you see red lights on it. If you see the blue one was its redesign as Roscoe's Cruiser. So this was a Dukes of Hazzard cruiser. And why did I ever think it needed to be black? Maybe I wore off all the white paint. I don't even know. But those are the truck and the cruiser are a later restoration. The twin mill is what we're working on. Let's see if we can fix up some of these bent axles and a few of these bad parts. Meet me over here on the bench. Hey, we're going to start out. We got a couple of these jewelry making pliers. You see there's no teeth in here, they're just flat. They're very gentle on things. You can see the the bend in that axle, so it's not going to go down the road too straight. Let's see if we can straighten out some of these bent spots, get them to be somewhat flat again. It's tough because this is the wire they use for the axle is very springy. That gives it that little bounce. Still bad, you know. It's tough, but you want that little bounce. You know, you feel like you got shocks. Looks like right there. A little bit of a crooked spot. So this isn't going to be something you get perfect, but close enough. He's going to have to do it because, you know, why not? This isn't going to go into a museum, it's just going to go into our little personal museum. And it's just something to remember from my childhood that I really liked and really had a lot of fun with. Now, the engines, the twin mills of the twin mill. I did paint these a long time ago with some gross thick old paint, and I suppose I should try to give them a little bit of alcohol scrub and see if I can get some of that thick stuff off of there. Let's see. Again, this stuff has been on here 30 plus years. So who knows if it'll break down or come off, or it is now one with the mill. So it's pretty gross. I really don't know. I don't want to. The details are so tiny. I don't know where plastic begins and old paint ends. I really don't want to mess up anything. So I think I'm going to do is paint that as it is. That'll be that. Thing I forgot to talk to you about. When I took this apart, Matchbox cars are generally, they have rivets, and that's it. They're closed up. So I drilled out the top of the rivet a little bit so I could get the car apart. Now I have these little posts that I'm going to try to drill a smaller hole into, and hopefully I can get a little screw in there to hold this together when I'm done. Let's see if we can make that happen. Alright, so that gives us a hole into that post, maybe a 1/4 inch deep. And that should be plenty of room to thread in a little coarse thread screw. I only need to catch it once. Let's see if we can make that same thing happen here for the front. Okay, that front one is shorter. I'm not going to go very deep. There should be plenty of room to catch a screw in both of those. Cool. That was one thing I wasn't sure exactly how it was going to go, and it went pretty good. Alright, well, I just went out back and I spray painted on the side of a trash can a little bit of each one of these, and they don't really look like chrome. They do look like silver. I am going to say that the Duplicolor metallic chrome high gloss is the shiniest, closest looking to chrome. So that's what I'm going to go with on this little Hot Wheels paint job. This SM Arnold, or Smarnold chrome aluminum. Looks cool, but it just looks like silver. Same thing, Rust-Oleum a mirror effect. It looks like silver. In fact, this one was just gloppy and gross kind of anyway, so I didn't like it. This wasn't horrible, but it wasn't great. This is what we got. So what we're gonna do, spray that engine, spray the underside of that body. That'll be cool. That's it on that. And there is the twin mill body. And we're gonna just try to give it some orange. Not good. Next thing here, we got some of this scratch away, and this is supposed to be really good for plastic. You see this little windshield? It's not horrible, but it is kind of scratched up. Let's see if we can do anything for that. I think just a little bit of this. Should go quite a long ways. And let's zoom in one more time here. Rub this in and work it and work it. Seeing as this is only plastic, it really should clean up pretty well. Hopefully de-scratch and get a couple of these bad spots out of here to really look nice. Alright. Let's buff it. And Jimmy buff it. See what happens. Yeah, I know. There's a couple of rough spots, but boy, you know, it looks pretty good. So that's probably pretty good. Look at that, can you see? You see through that windshield? See those funky seats? I liked it. That looks good. Painted it. We cleaned up the wheels. We got all that red paint off of there. We got some chrome paint that looks pretty good. We got the bottom painted. We got the engines painted. We got the wheels fixed up. We got the windshield cleaned up. So the paint is drying on the car right now, and we're gonna do some fancy stuff on there and get this thing back together. Stay with us for part 2 and find out how this thing comes out. I think you're gonna be pretty surprised. I know I am. Alright, meet me in the game room.